Okay, so since the last garden video, we had a major storm. It was on Friday, and unfortunately this storm had baseball-sized hail that lasted for, well, I'd say between golf ball and baseball-sized, lasted for about 10 minutes. And really the garden has done pretty well through it. Some of the corn leaves were broken off, some of the pepper leaves were broken off, but all in all, not too bad. All of the okra went missing. About 6 or 7 of those came up and they just disappeared. So I'm really not sure what's going on. But you can see there's the little asparagus plants are coming up. So a couple of years we'll have a good asparagus crop, I'm sure, with the amount that are coming up. Carrots are doing very well. And the watermelons and Tigger melons are doing nice. In Harris's garden over here, we've got head lettuce, the Great Lakes variety. And all of it has gone to head. It's probably about softball size now, the heads on all of those. He had a tomato die, so I went ahead and replaced it with a cherry tomato that's doing fairly well. All of the other tomatoes, the leaves are curling. They're not just curling, then they're curling and then rolling around in a spiral, which is odd. I've not seen that before. I've seen tomatoes curl if they have too much water or lack of water, but I've never seen them curl and then spiral on themselves. They're doing it in these raised beds that I can see only here, except for one plant around the front of the house is doing it on one half of the plant, and then the other half is just fine. So I don't know if I've got some kind of tomato disease or what. I do know that I have peach leaf curl on the peach tree. I don't think it goes to tomatoes, but if it does, that would sure explain a lot. I got a replacement tomato for Maddie. It's a Celebrity. It has baby tomatoes on it already. And peas. There are the peas right there. Okay, Maddie's strawberry. There's one strawberry that she's going to have at least. That's going to be nice. Over here, this is where the hail destruction hit the most. Jalapeno, banana, jalapeno, jalapeno, jalapeno. Jalapeno, not too good a shape anymore. Same there. We've got a bell pepper, sweet pepper. These are replacement plants for others that have passed away recently. We've got a hot red cherry pepper and a black bell pepper. Initially I did have about 30 purple bell pepper plants, but those all died due to a windstorm that blew them away. Another tomato plant. There's a cucumber, and there's what's left of a cucumber that's not doing so well. Let's see. There's some of the habanero seedlings. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then the garlic and onions, which are doing pretty nicely, I think. Okay, this is container 1 in the front yard of potatoes. And every day I have had to come out here and put more soil, more dried grass clippings out there just to kind of hill them up and build those up. Every day they've just been growing and growing. Here's the second. Kind of hard to see with the shadow there. That's the second. It's doing about the same thing. There's the one plant took off a lot better than the first one, but you can see the first one down there is starting to take hold now as well. And finally, in the front yard, here are the second set, or the third set. Each pot has 2 potatoes in it, so technically there are 2 potato plants in each pot, and I'm just hilling those up until they get to the very top of the pot, and then I'll just let them grow and flourish and make their potatoes. And I'm going to go into the backyard and show you what those look like. It's really changed a lot since the first film. Okay, the potatoes in the backyard. These are about 3 times as high as when I first started them. Whenever that was, about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I don't remember now. Anyway, the first little line of grass here at the bottom is when I first started them. I had the small layer of cardboard, watered it down, put the dirt down, put some potatoes down, put some more dirt, a little bit of grass clippings, and I had maybe 6 inches, I would say, about 6 inches up. And now we're well over a foot, maybe about 15 inches. And every day I'm coming out here and I'm putting grass, I'm putting a little bit of topsoil, potting soil. I want to keep it loose. If I put just regular soil from the ground, here I've got a little patch where I can dig from, but it's so bad, it's just full of clay. So what I do is I put compost, I put grass clippings, I put just a little bit of soil, just not soil on its own. But these, a couple hits during the hailstorm, but not bad. I've got 5 potatoes back here, and all 5 of them are sprouting. 4 in the corners and 1 in the middle. Yeah, I'm about a third of the way up until I get to the top. So I don't know, maybe another month, depending on how fast they grow. I'll be up at the top, and then I can just sit back and water them and wait for the plants to die off, and I can get the potatoes out. But I'm really amazed at how fast this is growing. It's just super speedy compared to what I thought it was going to be. I've never grown potatoes really before. I remember my parents did. They grew potatoes and peanuts in our garden when I was a kid, and it was kind of fun. But I never had a concept of time really back then. I'm pretty pleased with this. So these are the potatoes back here in the backyard, and like I said, a couple of leaves knocked off during the hailstorm, but all in all, everything made it through pretty well. I'm happy. Okay, here are the tomatoes in the front yard, or the side yard, and this would be on the west side of our house. We've got the 2 Golden Jubilee full-size tomatoes, and then back over there are 2 Celebrity tomatoes. I just put tomato cages up for those, and then for the Mr. Stripey and the Rutgers tomatoes, all up through here, I went ahead and I did the Florida weave on those, and that's where you have stakes, and you put about 2 tomatoes in between each stake, and you run the string, 2 sets of string on the bottom, and you move up about a foot to 8 inches, and you run another set of string. You put the tomatoes in between, just like that, and you keep going up. So I'd say in another week or 2 I would run another set of string all along there, a little bit higher, and just kind of feed the tomatoes through, let the branches rest on the string. That's going to take up some of the weight, so the tomatoes don't lean over, so they don't snap, and they're a little bit hardier, and they just don't go all over everywhere and take over the place. Last time we looked at the lemon tree, we had this 1 leaf on there. I'm really happy about this because right here at the base there's another one coming, and right here there are 2 more little leaves coming out, and all the way up and down there's just a whole bunch of growth happening. I'm really happy about this. So I was ready to write the tree off. I think that it's gonna make it. I think it's gonna keep producing, and well, we'll just see. We'll see how it goes in a couple months. If it's still looking this bad, then maybe I'll give up. But I think we're gonna have another full set of leaves on here in a couple months.